Hello and welcome to Austin, Texas, one of our favorite stops on the tour. And today, Darrell K. Royal Stadium is packed and revved up, ready to make noise for the Texas Longhorns. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams coming in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. He'll ride the back again here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Bought some time, now lets it go. It's a quick grab. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a 1st down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Gets hauled in here over the middle. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Pass caught. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's third down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. The shotgun handoff here. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
At the 19. And first down for the offense.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Brought down on the play at the 11-yard line. Third down coming.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Can they keep the opening drive alive? On the 11th play, it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Touchdown, Dogs! Strong game by this quarterback. Well, that start could not have gone any better, Kirk.
Well, Chris, as you know, it's always huge for an offense's confidence to score on the opening drive. Most times, coordinators are just kind of feeling the defense out, giving them a lot of different formations, kind of see how they react. To get points on the board, man, that's a huge plus.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Locates the tight end. It's complete. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Chris, that's a big first down, and what we can almost refer to as a drive that you're looking for an answer. Anytime your opponent drives the length of the field to open the game and puts a touchdown up on the board, it's important for the offense to counter that. And right now, they're off to a very good start on their own drive.
And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking for a gap. It's Garcia. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns will have 1st and 10 here. They're going to run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Got it. 6th play of the drive coming up. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Caught in the flat by the running back. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The Longhorns will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. A running play called on 4th down. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down.
That's how you know an offensive coordinator really believes in the offensive line. You get the 4th down, you don't spread out a defense and try to create a one-on-one matchup and throw the ball. You go the old-fashioned way. You get behind that offensive line, get the yards you need, and you extend this drive with that first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. A short completion to the tight end. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place, just the right time.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
We'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Oh, how I love when this happens. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the returner loses the football deep in their own territory.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Here's the handoff. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Longhorns looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Pressure is coming. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
That pass is caught. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Ball handed off. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And looking to throw now on first down. And he's got it. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen. The Bulldogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. It's a shotgun run call. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. On the run, he'll let it go. Caught near the goal line. And the defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Automatic on the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage here. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Final 9 seconds of the half as they line up here in 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Finding some room with the 25. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Dropping back, it's Hall. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Dogs will kick this away to start the 2nd half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. First play of the 2nd half, they keep it on the ground. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
The back's got it again. Longhorns pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line to give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Heading left after the handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, it's Hall. Receiver makes the catch. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now.
Offense facing 4th down.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. The Longhorns moving quickly down the field here. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Gets some space around the 30. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down. Longhorns line up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. The Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Caught, completion. Touchdown, Longhorns. And they go in front here in the second half.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
Important second down play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Snags a quick throw. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Once you can establish the run game, the play action is so effective. Those linebackers' eyes get caught up on the run. When you pull the ball and you've got open targets behind him. It's a great example of using the run game to set up your play action.
Ball handed off. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fence, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And he's got some open field ahead. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Texas. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And the extra point makes it a 28-14 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. He's going to bring up the third down play.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a... Football comes out, and the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Third down play and a fumble. The ball goes out of bounds. The offense catches a break because at least now they've got a chance to punt this ball away.
Here's a serious gamble, folks. Coach going for it, backed up near his own end zone. Quick throw over the middle. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
This crowd is trying to make a difference in this football game and cheering on their defense, and that play right there will make everybody take a seat. What a great job of converting here.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab, and the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got him probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking to pass here on second down. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Receiver makes the grab inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia. This offense cannot be stopped.
Man, that's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21.
That makes the score. Texas 28, Georgia 21.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Set to kick off. Texas.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And now the running back's got it again. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job. The running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Backed up at the 1, he's going to throw it. And he's got his man open downfield. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. After the big gain, the offense obviously declines the penalty.
On the double.
Empty set now, 5 wide. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. The Dogs hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
First down for the offense.
The Dogs keep the football on the move. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Makes a quick grab. Fights off a defender. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Offense right to the line, playing the tempo now. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch is made down the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his 2nd catch of this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time playmaking ability, but they've taken him out of the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
I thought the defense was in pretty good position there. They sat back and had good coverage, eyes on the quarterback, but you almost got to just give the quarterback and the receiver credit for being able to come up with that completion.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Got space, looking to score. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. So here we go, 4th quarter. They've cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. But it's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
And he'll set up to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead.
And makes the score. Texas, 35. Georgia.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
Set to kick off. Texas.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Picks up some blocks. Can he make it? for a touchdown. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there. As far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go. And then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching it.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Receiver in motion now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Use the running game to chew on this clock now.
Running back on the carry. Tackle at the 49-yard line. Second down coming up.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking downfield. It's Hall. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. And 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. And moves the ball to the 35, and another first down.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this 4th quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
Now here's the toss play. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. You know, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution, how they're going about their business.
And the offense will spend the timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining. And now the try for the 2-point conversion. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll make it into the end zone to increase the lead even more. Now they get set to kick it away. try to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback.
Take over. First and 10.
And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Movement here from the tight end. It's a heavy blitz look here. Let's see if they bring the house. He'll hand it off. Finds room at the 30. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. Well, finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job for containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Brings up second down.
A really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, where they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.